will open up.
And that's it. It becomes a competitive game because you've got to look at the aspect of the meta that we're in right now. You have to look at how the range of those play sort of brings itself together. So much of this is open, and that's the danger as the canisters start to pop onto the standard plant spot itself. The spray around the corner doesn't quite connect with anybody, and you've got to look at what's in the pockets of Rogue. They only have those smoke canisters now, so it's got to be angles and gunfight as the Ying hops in. They're going to see if they can drop down on the far side. It's dropped. Leon is able to find one. Fish gets the revenge there as Fisher drops them. It's a quick spray from Digital, and suddenly it's a 4 versus 1. Everything over Chiefs, doesn't connect with the right body and drops down behind the smoke. Can't quite find the connection. And Chiefs find that 20-second execute.
They managed to...
Don't really see the Skylight Rappel too often, but here it is used to great force. Aces suffers next with a grenade that gets a little bit too sharp, but they're going to see if they can steadily close around the banana. The spray against the Iana is the one that locks it off as God Legion finds the second, and Chiefs have got their open bodies so much quicker than the previous round now, and clear to give themselves that pocket of potential plant. A spray over on the pinch on the body, and Rips goes down next.
It took so long before he finally fell, but Prano, he's still hiding in the corner. 30 seconds, he's in the middle of the side. And with the amount of heart breach they have available to themselves, Leon picks up one, but is it going to be enough for them to stall out quite long as the team kill to come through as well? Prano and the prone will be able to pick up yet one more, and it's suddenly only up to Fisher now, who goes to the plant. Will be running out of time. It will be Prano to run in, misses most of his shots, but still gets it in the end.
Problems already with open under at least a little bit of a control. Almost caught the player who goes for the double drop and finds themselves now underneath, potentially going to rotate up green, but it's Rips that gets caught out again. This exceptional intel build and crossfire inside the building strikes again for Chiefs as they once again find themselves on the 5-3 lead.
Ryan here in a key position. If he manages to hold on to this elevator here, he has the opportunity to try and secure that top floor. Drones are being used. He drops down safely. And that means that he's at least a buddy that is left fighting. I mean, Rogue have managed to, whether or not to rotate up to the top floor, he has the opportunity to catch someone off guard, but as he's looking for a camp, it's Digital that picks up a crucial kill.
Great take there from Digital at 40 seconds, and it's been a warning sign before they have an idea, but Prano has a different one. Fisho from the top, Rogue crying is the one that's left standing in and amongst the madness. The diffuser is cold on the stairs, and 30 seconds, though, is too much time for Cryan to comfortably sit here and wait. The creep up the top stairs, the rotate round is going to find the first fight on stock window, drops it. A 2 versus 1, going to go for the reload. Now stacked on the corridor, can't quite get the Iana, but they've got the diffuser. Picked up, dropped down, and the ping comes through. Cryan is well aware that Worthy's going to see if he can stick it. Has to now. Play his way back to the site, takes the drop and goes for the close swing round on the corner. They're holding the door. The beepers will give a bit of a game away. There's the call of the audio. The bark goes out over the top, but in a post plant and a grenade just to buy some time on the rotate there, and they can reposition. Chiefs have a moment to breathe, but Cryan doesn't have much health to try and take this fight. Worthy locks it off. It did a 20-second plant again. It might not go as well as it has before.
It's always the worry, right? As soon as you go, ooh, that is going to be very detrimental here. Leo gets with a double kill for the jump out. Drops the diffuser outside as well, and somehow will be allowed to make it back to the main door. Question, of course, will be, is he able to survive there? It does look like it, because Digital is on the roof. Worthy is inside the janitor, is trying to, well, contest Kanto here as well. A member comes up the main stairs, is about to be swung by 2 or 3 different members from Rogue. But what Rogue really needs to do is try and slow down this round, because they have a huge advantage here as Worthy picks up Cryan.
Yeah, Worthy's able to take the fight there. Cryan just decided to throw themselves in. The body is inside the elevator, but Worthy's able to creep his way towards the top of the white stairs. Now, Esperano looks to see if he can find the fight on the sliver. It does. It's Worthy with one more. But 30 seconds, 3 bodies left. 1 every 10 seconds. It's easy on paper. It's hard in practice. Aces slips his way on by towards the sliver on the backside of the site. And with 20 seconds and no diffuser, it's got to be a fight, no flight moment. He's going to see if he can slip his way in. Takes the hop onto the site itself. There's a body close on the left. And Prano locks it off for Rogue.
Count.
Well, he's going to pull himself down just to the bottom as everything is still being burnt. There is still more coming through. The Candela doesn't quite get the connection. The ping comes through, and Leon goes from top to bottom, goes for one, can't get the second. Worthy gets the revenge, takes control of the stairs, but 40 seconds. And that's the second time that we've seen the opening frag go into the side of Rogue. Here now, as they try and lock down into the backside of the server room, there's a body that finds one. Finally, Aces gets off the board, but another trade. Fisho gets the response, and now they've got to try and quickly open the breach towards the default plant spot. But look, This time in the pockets, we have more than just those smoke canisters. The C4 is there. God Legion. He's going for the rotate over the hatch to offer a little bit more width to the control that they've got to see if they can put down on the default plant. The cover of the smokes round onto the position, and another canister pops off Ethan, and God Legion going to double down onto the drop, but it's Cryin that gets one from the top. Fisho gets a drive-by on the body on the backside of Gold, 4 seconds, and Prano just has to find it, cannot!
Again,
Down come from here, heard the rappel, saw the tip of a gun, but it's so dangerous in this location.
oh, it gets picked up there from the long angle created by themselves. Worthy able to shut down Aces, who wanted to go for the pressure down onto the actual player that's repelled upside down into the lobby. As Leon Gids is using a smoke canister here to try and stop the quick push potentially from happening on one of these Chiefs players. He's also trying to dig himself in a little bit sneakily. That's wherever he's trying to go down. He could be flanked, actually. There you have it. He just spotted ahead, but did not quite realize.
Leon has no idea, and there is the punishment. Worthy crouch walk their way down and just blasts through the archives and reads every word perfectly, which is, there's another player on the door, locked off. Shut down 5 versus 2. Hey, we've been in this position before, but now it's down to Cryin to see if he can step in. Can't quite make it lock off, and it's a flawless for Chiefs to lock off a 4-2 half. Stacked on the far side to see if they can try and pull some approach here. Ace is obviously on the windows itself.
Oh,
and just finds Fisho, and that is the little part of the play. But look at the rotation happening underneath square. They have
Worthy is slowly starting to creep up, as you just said, has the opportunity to go for a jump out as well. At some point, it's a double repel in right here. Ethan will be able to pick up one. The plant is not going down quite yet, though, as Reps picks up yet once more. Worthy just saw the man entering the site there, so he wants to stop this from happening. He doesn't want this plant to go through, as it's only him and Digital left.
Now Cryan's aware of this and drops the body there, was able to just find the first kill, and suddenly it's just Digital. The 3 versus 1, but they have the read that he's sitting around on the banana, post-plant. And Rogue have been able to open it up. The quick strike and the double jump in punished the fact that there was just a chance of the trade. It was great. They had that body on the big open window. We've just seen Cryin throw himself out of a window. Survives, but they have the cover and the support now to go for the lock on the post plant. There's one behind the desk, one that's ready to pop up, and the upside down repel. It's not easy for Digital. And there it is. Cryin locks it off, and Rogue find themselves their first.
The top floor, and now they know that will be clear. They're going to be pushing quickly through the castle barricade here. Is it going to be... Oh, no, it's just going to be the push right here. Digital picks up one, but gets out traded right afterwards. It's got Legion to drop as well. It's a 3-on-4 situation now, and they have the opportunity to go for a plant here.
Prano's going to see if he can stick it with Rips holding the cover onto the door itself. Waiting and finds the cover there. It's 2 bodies over the top. One's rotating around. He's seeing if he can get the angle, but it's too late. Ethan can't quite get the connection as Rogue realized they had an opportunity, and they took it with aplomb. Just saw the potential and found the fight. Got the lock off. Ethan sprays through. A great opening taken with Rip severely injured. It won't take much more to drop him out. Worthy gets the read and finds the fight there. A great clean down the stairs. A 2 versus 2. But 20 seconds, and now they've got to get a quick rotate down for Ethan to offer the opposite cover for them. Prano is sitting pretty, waiting and hoping to see if there's a read round. With the castle wall open, it's going to be a little bit more costly as they go for the take. Worthy's going to see if he can stick it. Doesn't last very long as they slip their way through. Ethan can't quite get the connection. The timer's already gone. It's a 1 versus 1. They're going to get the exit here. Either way, we find ourselves back to 4-4. Give a game away, but it means that they can at least solidify the trade. The swing comes through. The first goes against them. The second almost does as well. Cryin just capitalizes and locks it off as Ace shows up on the backside. But 30 seconds, and they've now got to actually try and put the pressure onto the site itself. It's something that we've seen Chiefs be able to pull off, but will they be able to repel it with the same success here? They still have a C4 in pocket, and those canisters that are just going to be thrown towards that default plant spot. Cryin is going to have a very rough entrance via it, but Fisho has gone down in the meantime. A grenade locks it off, and Leon's going to see if he can head down 7 seconds and keep the stick. There's the swing onto the green stairs. It's gone. Worthy with 1 apiece. They can't stick it. It's suddenly a 2 versus 1. They've got to find the last player. They're going to hold F. They're going to see if they can get the stick, but Worthy gets the lock off, knows where the final player is, and Chiefs just pull through. That wasn't entirely based on the knowledge. Obviously, it'd come through that someone had C4'd, but it's the pre-fire towards the back of the stack. It's a close corner that they've played in before. There is a take from Aces. Slow crept his way round and has woken up into the second half. Found his feet on the attack, and that's definitely been a big boon for Rogue. Now they
make something happen. He needs to make something big happen. Knows one could be on the server stairs, and as Leon goes down, it's a 4-on-4 now.
Ethan was creeping his way up from underneath, but it's Aces that finds Worthy at the top of the staircase. Almost grenaded out, but followed up by Cryan. Hey, that's 10 seconds. You've still got to go through. Kapkan, we talked about it, and it's a double. Cryan and Rips both blown out one apiece, and suddenly it's Digital on the back line.
He gets it, no way! Digital!
Puts Chiefs onto map point, and that 10-second double Kapkan gambit and a huge Alder pop. We've seen without somebody already suffering in what has been a pretty scrappy and aggressive early game from both these two teams. They've been trying to find each other, and Rips finds the first. Digital, the man of the moment of the previous round, is the first off the board for now, but there's still 4 more to try and lock themselves in on what has been 2 rounds finishing off the planter. Leon finds Worthy, and Cryan finds one more. It's a 5 versus 2. And they have 50 seconds. It's a 5 versus 1. God Legion ensures it's not a flawless, gives an idea of where they are, suffers pressures and bouts from multiple sides, and Rogue are able to find around 6-5. Aggressive, and this was actually how we saw some of their lead in before. The double swing in on the cover, but it's Fisho that has the control inside. Janitors takes care of Leon. And that's a big take because as the Jackal, he has been a big drive for the team across the board so far, and it's a spray round that's instantly punished. Aces is going to try and swing in and apply some pressure. Cryan has the cover, finds Ethan, but they still have the control. Are they just going to try and stick this? Yes, I think they are. The cover of the audio might come through, but they still have Janitors. They still have control, and there's Cryan. He can't quite get the angle, but it's a post plant. 4 versus 3. Somehow they've stuck it down and made it count, and now it's a cover over the top. Prano survives, but it's a pistol drop, and Cryan with the cover from the square doubled and locked off for his 3rd of the round, and now it's a 3 versus 1, but Prano is down behind the CEO box. Not for very long. We're in the first OT.
We're instantly not. And Rogue, you know, using these hard breach gadgets actually to a good opportunity here. That is going to be the smoke canister detonated. At the moment, Leon runs in. That's a free kill onto Fisho. He would just slowly slow them down, though. But they will be able to take this ground basically for free now because it was just perfect timing. The canister gets tossed out. It gets detonated as well. And Leon takes that control. And that means...
Pros and fear and terror that it can offer. But the swing round doesn't connect. Cryan unfortunately takes too many steps. The Candelas pop off and Leon and Rips pop off too. Trying to find their way down towards the back of gold. It's the only player left, but 9 seconds and Prano should have the plant locked off this time. Just has to hold the angle, can't get the connection.
Double!
And there's a double, the C4 over the top, but it was on the other side. Suddenly, Worthy has 1 HP in a dream, but it's a little bit closer to coming to actuality. Prano getting in and building off the intel. They have that here. They know who they want to go for, and it's the body inside open, but they actually find Cryan first above. Worthy gets that lock-if, and to be fair, maybe it was just God Legion was playing a little bit off because still that drive.
Fights! If they want to have an opportunity here, Chiefs, to bring it back to max OT. Ethan jumps in. No, actually, Fisho gets the first one. Ethan is quite close as well. And Aces, he's just hiding on the hatch here.
Weighing on the hatch, and Rips is at least able to find one back, but they're aware where Aces is. He can't quite get the lock on the fight, and it was a hop over from the shoulder of Ethan as well that offers some of that solidity. Now, a 4 versus 2. There's a minute on the clock. We've seen them stumble on this before. They sure don't this time. Fisho had the lockdown, gets the double, and now it's just Leon inside the site. Drones hopped and moving and grooving, but unfortunately nowhere safe for Rogue.
Get out so they can start opening up these hatches.
Leon has crept his way all the way around and might find a freebie here. Drops them as inside the pressure on the site. Leon is going to see if he can lock down the rotation. They're going to get the drop on the default cam as Rips and God Legion find each other, but it's Rips that locks it up for 3 versus 5. 4. Suddenly as Fisho digs in, gets one back, but there's Leon locking it down from the corridor. It's just the single player. Worthy goes off the board. Rogue lock off the max OT. Finally find the win. It was a sturdy, strong fight all the way, but 2 great attacking teams.